Adventures await.
Indeed, adventures do await. Hey folks, I'm Jossaway. Welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, where we are exploring the Shield Maze. We are getting close to being finished with this, but we're not quite there yet. So we've got 2 doors currently that we have not opened. If we look at the map here, there could be multiple rooms in here. And then over here we have, I believe, a room as well. So we're gonna get right back into it. We're gonna buff up. We're gonna sneak up, and we're going to hit the door here. Let's see what we find inside. Okay, not seeing anything immediately off the bat, so we will creep in a little bit.
Let's move.
Like this. Huh? Okay, we do find a trap. There could also be some enemies here. So let's take a moment to creep forward a little bit more to see whether there's someone waiting for us on the other side of this trap before we try to disarm it. Looks like not. We have a corridor moving left. We have stairs heading down, it looks like. Okay, let's switch to Camellia.
Watch your back. They will not expect my strike.
Let's go ahead and take off the chain shirt and disarm the trap.
I am helpful, am I not?
You are helpful, dear. Let's put the chain shirt back on. And as a reminder, we keep removing this because of the -2 armor check penalty. She doesn't need to be wearing this to use her ability, her skill. Okay, let's reposition. And I don't know that we need to be sneaking down the stairs here, so let's see what's down here. Maybe we do? I don't know. Could be something down here. All right, let's sneak.
Onwards.
Let's see what we find. Finger on the spacebar in case. Okay. What do we have going on in here? A big pit, like a Sarlacc pit or a Rancor pit. So possibly there's enemies down here, but maybe this is a torture dungeon? I'm not sure. One other thing I'm curious about. Wenduag did explain to us that some of the Neathers had joined the cult or been corrupted to join the cult. But the kids that Lann was talking about left like... We did take a rest, so like 12 hours ago, 13 hours ago, something like that. They should be around here somewhere, but we haven't seen any sign of them. Let's move a little bit along the south side here.
Let us be off.
Let's sort of creep that way, see if we notice anybody in the gloom. So we're creeping. Doesn't look like there's anybody, although there's buttons here, so that's a little concerning. Let's push forward just a bit. Okay, there is somebody here. We have a Cambion here. I am concerned about the buttons. We don't know what they're for or what they do. We don't see a trap right now. That doesn't mean there is one or there isn't one. This could be some sort of puzzle. Okay, we have a pretty good range here to attack this guy. I'm gonna halt everybody. I'm gonna unsneak. And then Seela's gonna charge. And that should be enough. But just in case, I'm also gonna have Orlan charge.
Ready.
And we'll have Camellia shoot.
Spirits. I'll cut you wide open.
Wenduag could throw as well, I think. All right, so all 4 have been queued to trigger a surprise round. I don't know about these buttons or traps that we might have missed, but let's kick this off and see what happens.
They will break against our resolve.
Okay. Orlan continues. Hits for 12. Wenduag is confused. I guess does not have line of sight, or I don't know what happened with Wenduag, but let's throw.
No match for me.
Or shoot, rather. I forgot we changed her from the javelin to something else. What is she wielding? She has like a masterwork longbow. What did we give her? A composite longbow. Okay. All right, so there's another Cambion over here. Let's flank her. Let's send her up the east side here. That's all you can do on your turn. Sela can start moving in this direction. Okay. And Camellia, can you take a shot here with your crossbow? You can, so I think we'll do that. This guy has energy resistances. Okay. Currently flat-footed. What the hell is Sin Frenzy?
The spirits demand your blood.
Every Cambion carries an excessive capacity for one of the 7 classical sins, determined at the moment of the Cambion's birth and depending on the nature of his humanoid parent's greatest sin. Once per day, for a number of rounds equal to his hit dice, a Cambion can embrace his sin and enter a frenzied state as a free action. While a Cambion is in this frenzy, his land speed increases by 10 feet, and he gains a +1 bonus on reflex saves and attack rolls. Okay. I think we'll shoot him anyway.
You are today's sacrifice.
It's a miss. That's the end of the surprise round unless I want to move her 5 feet, which I guess I will. Okay, he rolled poorly, so all of us get to go now. I think I will charge him if I can. I can. Excellent. Let's do that. Nice. We hit for 17. Wenduag, can you shoot him from there? He's in melee with Orlan, so you should get sneak attack. How does this work? He's in range of Vital Strike. Additional damage. Yeah, we rolled the damage dice twice. All right, let's go for Vital Strike with the composite bow. We hit. Dealt 25 with sneak attack. Very nice. Okay. So, combat is finished. Okay, what do we have in here? We've got some bodies. I don't want to move anybody because I don't understand what these buttons are. Maybe the Cambions have some notes on them. There's a prison cell over here. Doesn't seem to be anyone inside it. All right, I guess we'll start looting. Studded leather, a masterwork scimitar, and a blood vial. Take the masterwork scimitar for cash.
We should move.
Let's loot this, just some mushrooms. I presume you're making all kind of perception checks as you move around. Yeah, we don't know what these buttons are, so I'm a little leery of touching them. Let's see if this guy had anything on him. Same as the other. Another composite longbow. Do I want this for... No, she can't benefit from it because she has no strength. Is it worth much for the weight? 3 pounds for 100 gold? All right, take that. If you come over near these buttons... Okay, we don't know what they do, and clicking on them seems maybe not like the smartest idea, although this could be maybe the hidden paladin sword. Let me get everybody together and just do a quick go-round in case we hit a perception check of some sort.
Let's move.
Just everybody kind of take a quick look around the room. Seems like a torture dungeon, which, gross. I don't think we can get down there. So is this some sort of a puzzle or a lock? I'm reluctant to click on it. I wish I could, like, inspect it to see what they think it is. Let me take a look at my notes here. Find a better hiding place for the paladin sword from the surface. I'll deal with that later. We haven't found that yet. There's nothing in here about colors. I don't know if it makes sense to touch anything when we don't know what this is. Let's take a look. There's red, blue, green, and yellow. All right, we have more of this, like, citadel or keep to explore. We can always come back if we think we found a clue for what this is. Just in case, I'm gonna make a quick save here so that I can come back and check it out later if the game, like, shunts me out of this and doesn't let me come back. Buttons. Normally I edit out the saves to save you guys watching me do that, but we'll leave that one in because I might come back and I want an explanation for how I was able to do it. All right, for now, let's resume our exploration. This guy's yellow coated, kind of. Did we see more? This guy doesn't really have a color. But I don't know if he's yellow coated because he's yellow and it means something, or just because it's the reflective glow of these candles. I don't remember seeing... Oh, what was that noise? I don't remember seeing anything... clue-like. Possibly the clue is further in. If there is a clue. I mean, these guys are sort of color-coded. Well, those guys are the ones we killed. There's a green guy and a blue guy. I don't think that's a thing. We haven't been behind this door yet. There's something else I was thinking about in between sessions, which is...
Follow me.
I would like to heavily buff before the boss fight with Hosilla, but I'm worried about things like... I'm worried that... the game will... there will be a cutscene and then it'll force us into combat. I'm worried like it might teleport me into a position. I'm not sure what's going to happen there, but I was thinking what I might do. We look at people's skills. 3 stealth, 0 stealth, 2 stealth, 1 stealth. I guess our ranger here technically has the best stealth. If I took off the Crypt Raider's armor, I'd be at +6. What could I swap that for? It's a +1, so it's granting us quite a lot. +5 from the Crypt Raider's armor. +6 with the armor enhancement. And it gives us a bonus against undead. Not that we've seen undead. What could I swap you to? -3 armor check penalty. -4. -4. 0. Yeah. So I could put on the padded armor. Let me see what that looks like. That drops my AC to 15. I don't know about that, but it might be better for sneaking if I want to sneak with him. All right, well, let's get up to the door here. And then we'll buff with Camellia's cantrips. We'll sneak, and we'll crack the door and see what we find. Okay, we used Hosilla's key, so we are getting close. And I heard a chuckle, so she may actually know that we're here. This might be the fight? I don't know. Let's creep forward just a bit.
Onwards.
There are difficult battles to come. Your heroes might be wounded and may have run out of spells. They need rest. It's a little late. I already did this. Game auto-saved. Creep up the stairs. Careful, careful. Okay. So I think... Yeah, this is rough. Here's where I think I might...
This is my path.
Creep forward with just Orlan, who has the better... I want to swap his armor here. I'm worried that we'll get, like, yoinked into combat. but... All right, let's creep forward with just him and see if he can see anything. Okay, we've got like a rampart here. Yeah, this definitely feels like a throne room type situation. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to buff right here with the entire group. And then we're going to go in. And I might be wasting stuff here. Like there might be multiple rooms. But, all right, what do I want to do? Let's take a look. I think I want to buff Sela. So let's start with a normal buff set. That gives us 60 seconds.
You can trust me.
Then, what do we have? We have Bane, Enlarge Person, Entangle, and Summon Nature's Ally. This only lasts for a round per level. This lasts for a minute. Let's enlarge Sela. She get enlarged? Okay, there's the enlarge. That's it for buffs that we have slots for, but we have lots of items.
Future awaits us.
She's gonna take, this is 1 minute per level. She's gonna take Scroll of Effortless Armor. She's gonna take Scroll of Bull Strength as well. And then do I need this Potion of Resist Cold? That's 10 minutes per level, so it's fine. This is 1 minute per level. Let's give her Bull Strength. I don't know if we need this Potion of Resist Cold. We have Scroll of Bear's Endurance. Potion of Bear's Endurance. Constitution against cold. I guess we can... I guess if we get in here and we can see like a cold elemental or an ice elemental or something, we can use those items, but we're already burning the clock on these buffs. I suppose it's better to use them now. I could do 1 round of buffs at the start while she charges in. I could do that with my surprise round, I guess, if we get one. All right, let's grab everyone. They're all snuck up, so let's move.
Let's move.
Okay, there's the... Oh, wow. Okay, all right. Praise Aelmedai. Here you are, huddled together like a herd of animals. Pitiful monsters, not human or demon. Even tieflings are less defective than you. But I, your master, Savamelek, can make you better, stronger. I can satisfy your hunger, starvelings of the dark. Submit to me.
No, we are the descendants of Crusaders. Trusting a demon would be a betrayal of their memory.
That's a kid? Ah.
Well, who is the next descendant of Crusaders who values old legends more than their life?
Beasts, monsters in human guise, reveal your true nature. This is the sweet, wholesome flesh of a righteous Azimar. Eat, underground crusaders. Eat the flesh of the crusader from above. Find your true strength. Okay. You rush at the demon, but the air seems to grow thicker with every step. You feel like you're watching from underwater as you see the mongrels fall to their knees one after another and crawl to the Asimar's body. You hear their fangs tearing through the flesh. You hear the sloshing of blood. You hear the former mongrels snarl like animals fighting over the most tender and juicy bits of meat. Your companions writhe in agony. One clutches at their head, another doubles over. You feel saliva pool in your mouth. The metallic tang awakens hunger in you. The hunger turns to rage. This winged filth dares to try to bind you to its will. It dares to tempt you with the sweet scent of meat, untainted by corruption. The wretch must die! Die! Okay, and still, clarity remains with you. Somewhere deep down, beneath the veil of rage and anger, you sense the light trying to break through. Okay, seize the light hidden within you. By sheer force of will, you master your rage, and almost in response, warmth suffuses you from within. Warmth and joy from a simple realization. You can win. You can save these people. The power of heaven bolsters and guides you. Its light breaks free, and enveloping the mongrels grants them the gift of blissful oblivion. Lowering your gaze, you see a scarlet stain on your chest. The wound has reopened, and instead of blood pouring forth, you see only radiant light. Damn! Savamelech, the demon convulses in pain when the light reaches him. What are you? Destroy this vermin! Hosilla points at you. He's already wounded. Wenduag, kill! Wenduag takes a step forward. I no longer serve you, you bitch! Not you or your flying monkey. I always fight with the strongest side. Okay, some reinforcements are showing up. Lann emerges from the shadows, knocking an arrow in his bow as he moves. What'd I miss? A dramatic showdown? Oh, it's you. Perfect.
Save the last one for me.
Okay. So it looks like... Okay, we don't get a surprise round, obviously, and we're fighting Hosilla. It looks like we did not need the protection from cold potions. All right, I have to figure out what we're doing here. We've got Orlan, Lann, who we haven't leveled up or equipped, and then Wenduag gets to go. So Wenduag will benefit if we can get sneak attack, although she's flat-footed. Let's take a look at Hosilla here. Chaotic Evil Human, 56 hit points, that's a lot. Only 20 feet of speed. She has Precise Strike and Outflank. She doesn't have any allies in this fight, so I'm not sure if that helps her. Or maybe allies will show up, maybe she'll summon someone. 16 AC, 13 while flat-footed. Very high fortitude and will saves, but fairly low on reflex, so our Entangle might work on her. She's immune to poison, death, ability score damage, and drain, and she can't be petrified. She has 6 feet of reach, and her melee attack is Marching Terror. What the hell is Marching Terror? Her damage is 2 to 11, 1d10 plus 1, plus 6 to attack. Can I see Marching Terror in here? Look at all this. Look at all this stuff. She can cast Bane. She can charge. She has a touch attack. Okay, we don't have details on some of this stuff, it looks like.
Forwards!
God, what else has she got? Judgment, Destruction. +1 sacred bonus on all weapon damage rolls. Judgment, Justice, attack rolls. Protection, AC. Resistance against elements. Resistant to harm. Damage resist 1. So she has flat DR1, except for magic, but then she has resistance against elements. Okay. She gains fast healing 1, so she's regenerating. +1 sacred bonus on concentration checks and caster level checks to overcome spell resistance. Saving throws, +1. She gets +1 to like almost everything here. She can bypass damage reduction, but we don't have any. She's got a Bane weapon. Against a designated foe, the weapon's enhancement bonus is +2 better than its actual bonus and deals extra 2d6. Do we know what she's... Flank, Judgment, Dodge. Evil Domain? Not sure. Probably against good. She's skilled at Intimidation. Worships Baphomet. Feels like... What is Solo Tactics? All the Inquisitor's allies are treated as if they possess the same teamwork feats. Okay, right now, I don't see any allies on the field. That is a lot to read through. But we got to chew through 56 hit points here. I have a full turn, so I could charge, but I don't think I need to. It reduces my AC. Can I? I don't think I can change my armor though, right? I'm still wearing my sneaking armor. Yeah, I'm wearing this padded armor. Can't be unequipped. So that's bad. But okay, so he might take some damage here. He's low. He's got low armor. Seal is large, and she's gonna need to charge, I think, to close the distance. Although we did put that freedom of movement thing on her, so maybe not. Okay. I could set this up, right? Like I could move in, but no, I want to get in melee with her so that what's her name? Wenduag gets sneak attack. I need to get out of Sela's way though. All right, how far can I move? I can move 30 feet here. Let's move behind her a little bit. Yeah, I have a good amount of... Are these guys dead? That sucks. I have a good amount of reach. Maybe I just move in and attack. Maybe that's enough. And we can see about whether I want to do this next turn. Let's see if we can hit her while she's flat-footed and get some damage on her. Get into melee.
Won't falter.
Okay, that's a miss. I rolled a natural 1. Don't love that as an opener. Lann is up. Oh, he's not under our control. He's going to shoot twice. He hits her once. Wenduag. Now, she might have some weird area abilities, so I do want to get her... I do want to, like, spread out a little bit for my ranged characters. Let's move her over here. And then let's precise strike, or point blank shot, vital strike, sneak attack. Let's see if we can put some damage on this bitch. Nice. 19 damage. 12 versus whatever. Okay. It's a good turn from Wenduag. Priscilla gets to go. Okay, I don't know what she just did. She uses ability Judgment Protection, then attacks Orlan with the glaive. She rolled a 22, so she would have hit us anyway. Deals 7 damage. All right. Camelia's up. Let's summon her spider up here. Do some work. Or her mite, I guess? Yeah, it's not a spider, it's a mite. Oh, look at this little guy. He's adorable. Wait a minute, hold on. Let's get a good look at this little guy. Hold on, look at this. Where is he? Oh my God, he's so cute and evil. If you didn't know her hidden alignment was on the darker side, I think this guy would tell you, look at that knife. Very cool. All right, so that's her action. Let's take a step here kind of away from Sela, just to spread out a little bit more. She's got plenty of range on her crossbow, so we'll just pop her here. She's still sneaking, I guess. Okay, that guy got put into... He's a lawful evil fae, summoned might, 7 hit points. We'll come back to him. I guess he doesn't get to go on the turn he's summoned. Seal is up. She can get into range here to attack with... Yeah, because she's large, her reach is astonishing. Okay, with all her buffs, this should hit. Let's see.
Guide my blade.
Oh, 25 damage. The buffs pay off. Oh, mighty Savilnek. What is it? Savamelek? Yeah, something falls. Demons protect your mistress.
We will be victorious.
Demons always make the worst guards. Okay. She summoned 2 quasits. They rolled pretty high on initiative, it looks like. Lann missed everything. The quasits hit Lann. Okay. What are we dealing with here? They're a level 3 outsider with 16 hit points. Tiny size. They have fast healing as well, so we want to blitz them. 15 AC, high reflex, low fortitude. Damage reduction 5, except for good or cold iron. Okay. Damage reduction 5 is a lot. They also have energy resistance. 2 feet, they have 2 attacks, it looks like. A melee bite +8 and +8. No. They get 1 attack with their bite for 1 to 3 damage, or 2 attacks with their claw for 1 to 2. They can cause fear. They can turn invisible. Okay. Do I want to swap to a cold iron weapon here? Do I have one? I have a cold iron rapier. All right, let's swap to the rapier. That's my move action. So now I have to cast a spell, I guess, because I'm not going to be able to attack them. We have some cantrips that could work here. I think Divine Zap bypasses their DR, right? If I go to level 1 here, what do I have left? I have an Entangle, or I have a Bane. I don't think we need it for these guys. But since I can't move, let's Divine Zap. See if that hits. 1 damage. All right, I'll take it. You're going to have plenty of movement to get in there with your rapier next turn, so let's end turn. I don't understand. This guy's not doing anything. Is he supposed to do something? Summon. It attacks your opponent to the best of its ability. It's like not doing anything. Why is that? What is this little... What is the little, like, exclamation point on it? Does it have to wait a certain number of turns, or is it invisible because I summoned while I was... I can't control it. It says it attacks to the best of its ability. Huh. All right. Well, I don't want to... Let's see, we already hit this one. This doesn't look like it procs an opportunity attack, so we'll go after this one.
Strike with all your might!
9, reduced. Good or cold iron? Yeah, the one... Okay, so we don't have a cold iron weapon on Orlan. I think I will take... What is this? 1d8? Yeah, let's use my move to drink this potion. We got a 3 out of it. Not great, but we're wearing crappy armor, so I didn't want to leave him low. Wenduag is up. We can swap her to the Cold Iron Master and Javelin, and then throw it. Did she already have that equipped? No. All right, let's Vital Strike this one, because I think well, I don't know if that one's technically threatened. Let's see. 21 damage. Hold on. We did not get sneak attack. So because no one was like technically engaged in melee, we didn't get sneak attack, but the Vital Strike. Damn, we rolled well. Wenduag is OP. End turn. Sela, smack this thing.
Right, take you!
Missed. That sucks. End turn. Lann gets an attack of opportunity because he's right up in front and is just shooting at point blank instead of moving away. Camellia, use your rapier.
Cut you wide open.
That's 6. That's not enough. He's finally acting. Okay, so maybe it doesn't get to act for the first 2 turns after it's summoned or something.
Can do it!
There's the kill. Okay. Does the demon come back? Does Hosilla get back up?
They didn't have a choice. They were forced to do it.
Okay, we slew Hosilla. I think maybe all our buffs were a little overkill. That was not as challenging of a fight as I expected. I think the fact that I'm playing on normal difficulty, the game, I think I expected it to be too difficult. Because people were talking about like playing on the higher difficulties and saying it's near impossible without perfect builds and perfect tactics. But maybe on normal, it's actually meant to be played by normal gamers. So, okay. I mean, we're also still in the early chapter, like basically the prologue still. Lann stares at the mongrels lying senseless on the floor.
Keep telling yourself that, Lann. There is always a choice. They could have chosen to die, but now they're going to live and become stronger. I know that from personal experience.
Shut up! You're not just a traitor, you're a monster! The young ones, they believed your stories, and you lured them to a demon and watched them eat human flesh!
Lann turns to her, his face twisted in fury. The lizard half is snarling, the eyes narrowed.
I was trying to make them strong. What have you done for them? What were you doing while I was looking for ways to bring strength to our tribe? You're useless, Lann.
I led by example! I trained. I tried to become stronger so I could go to the surface and maybe do something worthwhile with my stupidly short life. And I will do it. I might be the one to bring our whole tribe to the surface. But you? Why would you want any power that turns you into a monster? These young guys and girls, they trusted you. And they were turned into mindless animals, ready to eat corpses at a demon's command.
I went through the same ritual as them, and I didn't become an animal. I conquered my anger. The anger that has been building and building in every one of us for decades. Unlike you, I have no intention of just lying down and politely accepting death. I will rise above all this, while you'll still be stuck with your pride, chewing on rats. Who do you want at your side? The person who betrayed the demons to follow you? The person who will do everything you say and bring glory to your name? Or this trash?
Yikes. So are the kids dead? No, they're like unconscious, right? Yeah, I can see them breathing. This is a little tricky. How does Orlan feel about this? Lann is kind of naive and like, how do I put this? A little bit delusional, I think, about like, as long as we do the right thing, everything will be great. And she's cunning and smart and powerful, but also a little bit darker on the morality scale than I'm super comfortable with. I don't think he's happy with her that she lied to him about exactly what was going on here. Like, she didn't say anything about the cult. She never told us she had been previously aligned with it. She made her decision after deciding we were stronger. So like, she's the kind of minion or companion or ally that you can trust to act in her own interest, right? Like, as long as you understand where her interests lie and maintain strength at the top of the hierarchy, like enough personal strength to prevent her from, like, you know, to maintain her faith that you are going to come out on top, then she'll stay with you and be very, very useful. And maybe you can curb the worst of her impulses. But on the other hand, if anytime she thinks you're like making a decision that's going to get her killed or weaken her, she might turn tail and betray you. Whereas with him, like, he'll come along and like say all the right things, but he's a loose cannon. Like, anytime he disagrees with you, even in the slightest, he's going to fight you on everything. And he might go off and do what he thinks is the heroic thing on his own. So they're both kind of suboptimal in terms of like people I can trust, right? Can't really trust either of them. We've determined that Orlan was a pickpocket and that his primary motivation as a demon slayer is he wants to kill demons. So I think, like I said, I think he's not pleased with her, but he's seen how strong she is and he understands her rationale. Probably he wants to like have a long conversation with her about, listen, I want to kill the demons and I want your strength, but I can't have you like, we need to have a conversation about what real strength is and like about, like, you can't be pulling shit like this stunt again if you're going to be on my team. I think she probably understands that, right? Like, she wasn't on our team till now, but she's made the declaration, and until she chooses, if she does, to betray us, she understands that like you can't. You have to follow the leader. So that's a lot of me talking into a microphone about thoughts about this, but it's a tough choice because for mechanically, she's very strong. I want her, and there is some justification for Orlan to take her. But this shit with like lying to us about the cult and luring the kids here to, I mean, basically, some of them would die, some of them would become enslaved, and one or two might turn out like her and become strength for the tribe, but it's pretty ruthless, right? And ruthlessness has its values, but not really when it's directed to teenagers. All right, let's look at the options here. First of all, let's inspect the wound on our chest. The bleeding deep wound on your chest is gone, like it was never there in the first place. The skin is totally smooth and unmarred.
It's gone. It was just there, and now it's gone. It's gotta be some kind of demonic trickery. You need to have a cleric look at that.
Lann, shut up about what you don't know anything about.
As if you know anything about demons and their powers. Some dark force cast its gaze on him and chose him from among all others. There's magic inside this uplander that is beyond your meager understanding. And all you have to say is go see a cleric. You're pathetic, Lann.
I mean, she's kind of mean. I get what she's saying, though. You know what I mean? Like, she has a point. He's so dopey. So, you've been serving Savamelech this whole time, Wenduag?
Better to serve a strong master than to eke out an existence in a dark hole with no hope. I am of the Neethers. Our lives are short, but we are hardier than humans. I realized a long time ago that I was capable of more than this life offered, and I follow whomever is the strongest. You scared Savamelech. Hosilla has fallen. Now, I wish to serve you.
I thought you were proud of your heritage, but you're willing to crawl on your belly before anyone who's even a little stronger than you. You say you didn't become an animal? What a joke! Only animals pledge their allegiance to whoever has the sharpest teeth. Oh, but what am I saying? Even cave spiders are loyal to their mother. You're even lower than that.
Wow, they really hate each other. I can't imagine that it's possible to get both of them.
Oh, so now you think you know everything about me. You're one of the best hunters in the tribe. It benefited me to ingratiate myself with you. So I acted in a way that pleased you. And the Uplander will get the Wenduag that he wants to see. I'm willing to do anything to get out of this hole. And you're willing to do anything too. Don't try to hide it. I know you, Lann. I've had time to study you.
I'm going to the surface only because my time has come to leave. The Uplanders are in danger. They need all the help they can get. But I'm only risking my own life. See the difference? I'll do whatever the Crusade asks of me, but I'll never be like you.
I'm still not quite finished asking you about all the stuff you didn't tell us about, Wenduag. So why didn't you try to stop us from going inside the maze? You knew we might uncover your secret.
Savamelech is always in need of new servants. You'd make as good a servant as anyone else, and then... once you've gone missing in the maze, not even the redoubtable Lann would have dared look for you.
Yeah, okay. I like that she's being honest here. She's making a sincere pitch to join the team. If we take her, she's gonna remain like chaotic evil. But she'd be like our mad dog, and we'll keep her on a tight leash until it's time to let her off, right?
But then why did you come with me to look for the sword?
So I could kill you quietly if you found it and stop you taking it to the village, you idiot. I would have told everyone that you got caught in a cave-in. But then the Uplanders showed up and I had to change my plans. I don't regret what I did. I met you. Just say the word and all the Neathers will be yours. I'll bring them to you if you take me with you.
I don't particularly care if she ate human flesh. Like, I think I already know the answer to this. The answer is yes. But I the player am curious to see what the writing is for her answer here. But basically, she is a ruthless, rational pragmatist. She has discarded all emotion and sentiment to do whatever it takes to survive and grow in strength. Yeah, you said you went through the same ritual. Does that mean you ate human flesh too?
Yes. Hosilla found me in the caves. I was lost and hungry, and she offered me a choice. Die as a nobody, or live and gain the power to change everything. Savamelek tore off a piece of an Azimar priestess's thigh. A big, juicy piece. More meat than I'd ever received in the tribe. That was the first time I knew what it was like to be happy. To have a full belly. I swore to myself that it would always be that way. Then the madness and rage took over. I came very close to turning into an animal, no better than the weaklings you saw in the maze. But I am strong. I mastered myself. I brought myself under control. I fell so that I could rise again.
You should have chosen death. Dying's better than living like that.
You're saying I should have died that day, Lann. But then who would have listened to your feeble jokes? Who would have showed you the best caves for hunting? Who would have made you a man?
Ooh, they boned?
I would have been fine without all that. And without you. Your death will make the world a slightly better place, Wenduag.
Look, isn't our Lann sweet? Look how his eyes blaze as he speaks of murder. And we were so close, too. Tell me, what do you think he'll do to you if you fail to live up to his precious ideals?
Yeah, I don't really, I don't hate Lann. I don't want to kill him, but if he attacks, because I'm pretty clear, I'm pretty sure I'm going with Wenduag here. Which, sure, I can have an evil companion, but I don't know that we can let him try to stop us. What exactly are you proposing to do with the mongrels? This I would have asked regardless.
What you saw here. They will become stronger. They will be an army unlike anything ever seen before on Galarian. Our lives may be short, but while we live, we are faster, deadlier, and harder to kill than most. I am offering you an army. An army that will win you land, power, and everything you desire.
Interesting. Okay, so I know later in the game there's some sort of army management sim because you're fighting the crusade against the demons pouring out of the world wound or whatever. She's saying that I don't know what Lann is offering if we go with him, but she's saying she can turn them into shock troops basically, which is honestly kind of appealing as well. Orlan's goal is to kill demons, and he has I don't think he's evil like her. He's probably more chaotic good than lawful or neutral good. Kind of like the ends justify the means, I think, is maybe his whole thing. So I think he's a little bit turned off by her actions, but sees her as a tool he can use. And this as well, the power of this army of mongrels or Neathers, using this evil ritual to power them up. I don't know if he would let her do it to kids. I don't know whether the game allows me to make that distinction. But I think, again, it's appealing to him for his goals.
An army of cannibals? Are you insane? You want to turn them from rational beings into rabid beasts that only want to kill. They will be slaves, and you will be their slave driver. Is that the kind of power you're so desperate to gain?
I went through the same process they did. The beast raged inside me, my mind was foggy, but I have an iron will, and I never back down. I snatched victory from the jaws of insanity. If there are any individuals worthy of becoming my officers among those Neithers, they will be able to do the same.
What else did you do in service to Hosilla?
It was simple. I lured those I deemed worthy into the maze. To the rest, I told stories of the horrors of the maze, making them stay away. It all hung in the balance when the cave walls shuddered, and many of the young ones decided that the time of their great exodus had come. I had no doubt that Hosilla would dispatch a dozen young Neithers easily. But what would become of the maze if all the tribes poured in? So when Lann ran off looking for the Angel's sword, I went after him. Not to help him, but to make sure that the sword never reached Neithholm. It's a pity that you got involved and stopped me from killing him. But then again, the evening gong has not yet been struck.
You sicken me.
Yeah, I've heard enough.
Then you know which one of us you need. Take me with you, and I will give you an army of Neithers.
Don't fall for her empty words. Wenduag despises everyone but herself. As soon as you show any weakness, she'll betray you, just like she betrayed us.
And then I'll just have to make sure I don't show any weakness.
That is the reasoning of a weak person. A strong person does not fear, they act.
Lann, how did you find the way here?
I just kept going until I found it. You can find a way into anywhere if you try hard enough. And besides, I also remembered some of this traitor's stories. At least some of them were true. But that doesn't matter now. We need to tell Sol everything, and then we need to get out of here.
We? You think you're the one going to the surface with them? Isn't that sweet?
This is also an interesting question. Like, she said she'll serve me because I'm strong, but what's her ultimate motivation? Is it just to rise with me?
You think I'm just a freak from the catacombs, but Neithers are faster, stronger, and tougher than you Uplanders. Take me with you, and I'll build you an army of Neithers. I'll lure them out of this hole, we'll round them all up, every last tribe, and perform the ritual. And then, you will be a power to be reckoned with on the surface. Many of the Neithers will be no better than the mindless beasts we encountered in the dungeons. But there will also be those who can overcome the fog and be like me. I will lead them into battle, and you will command us all.
Okay, so here's the moral quandary, right? Like, taking her as a companion is one thing. Sending all the Neithers into this ritual where like 90% of them turn into mindless cannibal beasts, that seems like it's walking the road a little closer to evil than I'm super comfortable with. I don't know. Is he capable of being that ruthless? Like, I personally couldn't do it. I couldn't consign that many people to that kind of a fate. Does Orlan want to fight fire with fire? Fight the demons with evil actions? I think he's probably going to try and balance the karma of making this decision with doing some good elsewhere. He wants Wenduag on his side. This idiot, not so much.
You trusted me from the beginning and hid the angel's light from that idiot Saul. Keep listening to me, and a glorious future awaits us. Just don't become too reliant on heaven's light. Remember what happened to the angel who wielded it before you.
All right. I've made my decision.
I hope we're not taking this girl with us. She'll sell us to the first demon she sees.
If we're befriending monsters in order to fight the demons, why not join forces with the strongest of them? Isn't that the rational choice? They're both equally hideous. Neither of them will improve the aesthetics of our little band.
Camellia. But yeah, I actually want to join forces with the strongest of them. A very pragmatic and well-reasoned argument from Camellia. I think it cements my decision. Come with me, Wenduag.
You're making a mistake. If some priest ever winds up down here, I'll ask him to pray for your soul. But I doubt it'll help you.
Who cares what you think? The Master has made his choice. Lann knows too much. He must die.
You're right. I know everything. And I also know where I'm not wanted, so I think I'll just go and have a chat with Saul.
Honestly, I wanted Wenduag and her plan to have everyone like go through this ritual has its like pros and cons, a lot of cons and some very strong pros. I think letting him leave might prevent her plan from turning the Neethers all into mindless cannibals, but maybe we can split the difference somehow. I don't know. I don't want to kill him, so I think I'm gonna let him leave. So if I let him leave, then I'm not committing to a hardcore evil path. I'm just saying I want Wenduag. I don't necessarily want to become evil. I think we have to choose this. I don't know what the consequences are in game. Maybe this is like ruining a huge power I could have had with her, or like pisses her off or something, but I don't think we're gonna kill Lann. He's an idiot, but he's not an enemy, not yet.
Yeah, if this is you in a good mood, then maybe I'm lucky we're parting ways now.
He got away. Don't worry, Lann. I'll get you. Wait here, Master. I will bring Saul and the other Uplanders. We'll make sure that everyone knows that Lann failed to save anyone and fled like a coward.
Okay. Chief Saul appears, flanked by mongrels. The journey has taken its toll on him. His breath is labored, and the sweat is dripping from his bloated face.
What's this?
Anevia gives a low whistle. Well, I'll be damned. Turns out old Hole Run isn't as crazy as we all thought. There really were demons down here. I should have listened and sent a patrol down here, damn it. Horgus's lips curl in distaste, and he tries to keep his distance from the unconscious mongrels. Yeah, you said you were in charge of reconnaissance for the Eagle Watch, Anevia. How could you miss a nest of demons beneath Canabras? Yeah, right. Like it wasn't enough that I sniffed after every damn shadow in the city. Everybody knows the stories about the demons living beneath the streets of Canabras. Those tales are as old as the Crusades themselves. I'm messed up. But you fixed my mistake, so thanks. How's the leg? Better than yesterday. Worse than the day before. I'm not gonna die. Don't worry. You need to look after the young mongrels. Wenduag.
They're out for the count, but when they wake up, Chief, you'll see that these experiments have made them stronger. They survived. They're warriors now. As long as they can hunt, the rest can wait. Uplander, you, Wenduag, you shave them. That's what matters. We'll help them from here. But if they want to go up to the surface, I don't know if there's anything I can do to stop them.
The maze was full of dangers, but we dealt with them.
I sensed that the maze was an evil place, and so it was. There was a demon sitting right in the center of it. With spells to dull our minds, we barely managed to overpower him. When we reached the cultist's lair, that's when we saw Lann. He ran, like the coward he is, abandoning the young ones to be mauled by the demon.
Saul looks at the unconscious mongrels laid out on the ground.
Yes, Lann is too hasty. Will we survive if we listen to people like him? No. Lann is not one of us. He does not understand our path. You understand, Wenduag. You saved us.
Always thought you were a decent sort. Respect. Okay, so we've put on our performance. We've deceived them all. We've tricked them into not listening to Lann, and suggested, I guess, that this ritual. Maybe the ratio of survivors will be better without like Hosilla and the demon actually here. I don't know about eating the flesh of Asimars, but if this ritual makes them into a powerful army, I guess I can't stop it from happening now. It's time to get out of here.
I'm going with the Uplanders, Chief. The maze holds no more secrets now. I have to go further. You always had to go further than everybody else. Well, what can I do? Go on then, but make sure to come back to us somehow. But wait, where are you going? Where's the way out? I think I've worked it out.
Wenduag searches Hosilla's body and shows you some papers and a key.
If there's a key, there's a door. If there's a letter, then it was intended for someone.
Anevia's eyes quickly skim over the letter as she passes it to you. Cultist dispatch. This is from someone named Mistress Minago. All right, let's assign her a voice, I guess.
Savamelek, this is my last warning. You need to act discreetly, without attracting any more attention than you already have. People are already talking about the strange disappearance of Canabra's most righteous men. Keep below ground. Nurture your mongrel pets, and wait patiently. The call to battle will soon come, and it will sound loud and clear, even down there in the catacombs. Gather your warriors immediately after that, bring them to the surface, and lead them to the Tower of Estrad. This tower will be my final dagger. I shall plunge it into the guts of Canabras. Our vicious servant Faxon made the tower his base of operations several months ago, taking command over the Templar forces in Canabras while the Grand Master was distracted by other matters. Faxon has already gathered a stash of weapons, potions, and other useful supplies, which he will gladly share with you if needed. If he behaves himself, you two should combine your forces. If not, just take his stupid little head off his shoulders and take command yourself.
Mistress Minago.
Those cheeky sons of...
This is all the information on the cultists in the city. Their meeting places, passwords, their secret hideouts. I think we should show this to whoever's in charge of Canabras right now. As soon as we get back to the surface, we'll find out what's what. Okay. Fantastic. Incredible. So we keep Wenduag. We kind of solve this situation. We've put all these buffs on. Full strength lasts for another 2 minutes. We can loot. Huh, but I never solved that puzzle. These mongrels are unconscious. The summon might, I'm not quite sure what to make of that. We're at an hour and 3 minutes, so I don't actually know. Can I go all the way back? Like I could run back and check out that puzzle, I guess. We'll probably, we'll save that for next episode. I'm gonna save things here. This was a really cool, really fun episode. Boss fight, not quite as challenging maybe as it should be, but I was very, very like prepared. I had buffs and tactics and all that stuff, and our characters were pretty strong with their equipment. The one big mistake I made was I was right about the cutscene like stopping me from sneaking, right? He didn't get spotted. He got cutscened basically and shoved into the middle of the fight in his padded armor. While I'm on the subject, let me put your real armor back on. Yeah, Mistress Minago. I'm going to call that the episode. When we come back, we'll loot this area. We'll maybe check in with some of these other NPCs. And we'll probably head back to that mystery room to see if we can, like, solve the puzzle, if that's what it is. I was worried that, like, clicking on a button that I didn't know what it did would, like, trigger a trap and kill me. But I guess I'm willing to risk it now. Now that we've made our way through everything else. So, wow. I bet she has some good loot. We'll save that for next time. Thanks as always for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. I thought it was really cool. Some cool fights, some cool role-playing, some cool, like, mental analysis from your narrator and commentator, Jossaway, playing the game. We'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.
Rely